Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News, fans. The Bachelor's leading man, Grant Ellis, found love with now fiancée Juliana Pasquarosa during the season 29 finale. But what does their astrological signs mean for their future? Grant chose his winner in a finale that even he admitted he was excited to see come to a close after he was torn over his decision between his future wife and Lydia Gar. After an awkward breakup with Lydia, Grant popped the question, presenting Juliana with a 3-diamond engagement ring. But Bachelor Nation fans have been growing concerned for the new couple ever since, as they revealed they're in no rushing to tie the knot. According to author and astrologer Carmen Turner-Schott of Deep Soul Divers Astrology, Grant and Juliana's astrological signs complement each other, which is good news for their relationship. Grant is a Sagittarius, while Juliana is a Taurus, which complement each other well. Get all the latest news, entertainment, sport, and lifestyle updates from our dedicated American team. Turner-Schott told Daily Express US, Grant Ellis might be born a Sagittarius with a ton of fire energy, but he also has a practical, grounded, and responsible emotional nature with his moon in Capricorn. He has two opposite natures. On one side, he is overly optimistic, fun-loving, and restless. Then, on the other hand, he can sometimes be super cautious, distrusting, irritable, and serious. If he can balance his optimism and pessimism, he can achieve great things. The astrologer added that when he feels comfortable with someone, he is committed, reliable, and takes love very seriously. He will also find that his emotional fulfillment comes through career success, achievement, and financial stability. Grant is a free spirit, a seeker of knowledge, and loves to learn new things and travel the world experiencing different cultures. Grant's love planets, Venus and Mars, are both in Sagittarius, which makes it critical that he has a partner who gives him a lot of room to breathe and explore his interests. Turner-Schott added that the leading man is attracted to people who are from a different culture or background, but in general, he has a lot of luck in relationships. However, only if his significant other was raised differently from him in some way. The expert said, an example would be someone who speaks a different language, different ethnicity, or someone raised in a different religion. He is attracted to people who are open-minded, optimistic, fun, and open to adventure. That's probably why Grant and Lydia didn't work out. During their fantasy sweet state, the pair went ziplining, which did not impress the runner-up. She wound up complaining about getting dirty to cameras and showed her unwillingness to let go and have fun on the adventure. Meanwhile, Juliana, known as a Taurus, has a calming, practical, and soothing presence and is a reliable partner and craves comfort. Turner-Schott said, it is important for her to build trust with someone, and she is a dedicated partner once she gives her heart away. The expert explained, Taurus is the money sign, and they accumulate possessions easily. She might be a bit nostalgic and connected to the past. Being a Taurus, she is ruled by the planet of love. As a Taurus, this can enhance her artistic and creative talents, and she might enjoy singing, dancing, and expressing herself. As a Taurus, she can be a bit competitive, strong-willed, and fixed in her ways. When she is stressed, she might like to sit in her pajamas and relax, cuddle up with a good book and her favorite snack. Deeply emotional and intuitive, her moon in Cancer inspires her to take care of others in some way. In fact, Juliana can be a bit of a homebody, and having a family will bring her happiness, as she possesses caretaker energy and is sensitive to other people's needs. Nurturing others helps her find emotional fulfillment. Her Taurus sun and Cancer moon make it difficult for her to adapt to change. She prefers to control things, and if she has to change, she wants it to be at a slow pace. Her Venus is in Gemini, and her Mars is in Aries. Juliana is attracted to someone athletic, assertive, and romantic, and there is also a need for mental stimulation and communication in her relationships because her Venus is in the communication sign. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding of you. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. The winner of Season 29 feels at home with Grant because her Venus is in Gemini and his soul has mastered being a Gemini in past lifetimes. He touches her emotions and inspires her to open up and share her ideas. There is a magnetic connection here, and they click instantly. There is a deep friendship between the pair that can continue to grow. Juliana feels chemistry with Grant's Aries energy, and he fits the description to a T and is the embodiment of the professional athlete, warrior, who is confident, brave, outspoken, passionate, and competitive. Grant can take charge in the relationship, and Juliana likes that. She does not mind him leading the way and helping her make decisions, Turner Schott said. Juliana and Grant also have compatible moon signs. Deep down, he is a bit uncomfortable showing his feelings, but Juliana has a way of making him feel at home and safe. He can open up to her easily because of her nurturing, supportive, and understanding nature. Their moons are polar opposite signs, which actually enhances their compatibility with each other. The earth and water elements of their moon combination enhance their attraction to each other. They both can feel like the other one completes them, and they trust each other. Grant brings good luck and fortune into Juliana's life. His ability to have fun, explore new things, and see the positive side of life helps bring her out of her shell. Turner Schott said, "She is affectionate and needs physical touch. She can also be a bit stubborn when she makes her mind up. When Juliana resists change, Grant can convince her to take risks and trust the process of living in the moment. In this case, opposites attract, but there are enough compatible astrological energies here to help them be successful." The expert added, "As long as Juliana resists the need to be possessive and jealous of Ellis's outgoing and flirtatious nature, things can work out well. The most important thing they can do for each other is to learn new things together as a couple and to make time to travel. Juliana might have to be the one to manage the checkbook and finances because Ellis will be busy working, traveling, and focusing on achieving his goals. Juliana can bring stability into Ellis's life and help him feel grounded enough to pursue his goals and dreams."
What Bachelor Grant and fiancée Juliana's astrological signs reveal about their relationship. The final rose and the starry reveal. When Grant Ellis, the charming, ever-composed bachelor of season 29, got down on one knee under a twilight sky to propose to Juliana Pasquarosa, the world gasped. But not entirely with surprise. Their chemistry had been undeniable. But beyond the whirlwind dates, the glimmering gowns, and the TV-perfect kisses, something else quietly aligned. The stars. Unbeknownst to fans, both Grant and Juliana had their birth charts done privately before the show began. Producers had laughed it off as quirky, but Grant, quietly superstitious despite his type A nature, was intrigued. Juliana, spiritual and spontaneous, had been practicing astrology casually for years. It was her way of understanding people beyond the edit. And now, with a sparkling diamond on her finger and their future open like the galaxy above, fans were wondering, what do their zodiac signs say about their love? Let's journey through their story, on Earth and in the stars. Grant Ellis, the Virgo man who plans everything except love. Born on September 7th, Grant Ellis is a Virgo. Meticulous, grounded, observant, and perhaps too in control for his own good. Even on The Bachelor, Grant was never the guy caught up in drama. He was the spreadsheet bachelor, joking about color-coding date nights. He journaled, he meal prepped, he meditated, but not because it was trendy, because his therapist told him it worked. Virgo men like Grant crave structure. They don't fall easily, but when they do, it's with precision, devotion, and a heart full of service. Grant didn't just choose Juliana because she was beautiful. He chose her because, somehow, she made his chaos feel manageable. Behind the scenes, producers noticed he smiled differently with her. Less guarded, less curated, more real. But a Virgo man needs balance. He needs someone who can shake him out of his routine. Enter Juliana. Juliana Pasquarosa, the fiery, fearless Sagittarius. Born on December 14th, Juliana is a Sagittarius, a free spirit, a truth seeker, a woman who thrives on adventure, curiosity, and authenticity. She wasn't the safe choice, as fans online have debated. She wasn't polished like Lithia or poised like Carolina, but she was magnetic. She challenged Grant. She refused to be a yes woman, and on their first one-on-one, When she said, "I don't believe in soulmates, but I believe in timing," Grant visibly paused. It shook something in him. Sagittarius women like Juliana aren't easy to pin down. They flirt with risk. They're allergic to boredom. But they crave honesty and a love that respects their independence. They fall for people who don't try to tame them, but who run beside them. Juliana didn't chase Grant. She made him come to her. And he did. Earth meets fire. The astrological clash and chemistry. On paper, Virgo and Sagittarius can be tricky. Virgo is an earth sign, logical, reserved, practical. Sagittarius is a fire sign, impulsive, outspoken, and adventurous. In theory, their worlds shouldn't collide harmoniously. But in astrology, it's not always about compatibility. It's about growth. Juliana helped Grant loosen up. On the show, she dragged him into spontaneous salsa dancing during their Mexico date. "You can't control rhythm," she teased. He laughed, offbeat but willing. Grant, in turn, grounded Juliana. When she doubted herself in the final weeks, fearing she was too much, too outspoken, too rebellious, Grant whispered, "Don't shrink. I picked you because you're wild." Their love isn't about perfection. It's about balance. The moon signs, secret emotional landscapes. While sun signs reflect the outer personality, moon signs show how someone feels, how they love privately. Grant's moon is in Cancer, sentimental, soft, and protective. Under his calm exterior lies a man who needs emotional security. When he loves completely. He's the guy who writes love letters, who memorizes your coffee order, who cancels plans just to make you soup when you're sick. Juliana's moon is in Aquarius, cool, unpredictable, and intellectual. She loves with her mind as much as her heart. She doesn't cling, she observes. She values freedom in emotion. Their moons may clash. Grant may crave closeness when Juliana needs space. But this difference has already taught them something. To ask instead of assume. During a tense moment off camera in Bali, Grant admitted, "Sometimes I don't know what you're feeling." Juliana blinked, then reached for his hand. "Sometimes I don't either, but I want to figure it out with you." Venus and Mars. Passion, desire, and conflict. Their Venus signs, how they love, and Mars signs, how they fight and desire, paint an even juicier picture. Juliana's Venus in Scorpio makes her passionate, intense, and deeply loyal. When she loves, she dives deep. It's all or nothing. She wants raw honesty and emotional fusion. Grant's Venus in Libra is more diplomatic. He values harmony, beauty, and equal partnership. He doesn't like conflict. He believes love should feel smooth. This led to a now infamous fight in Thailand. Juliana called it a passionate disagreement. Grant called it World War III. Cameras captured only a fraction, but sources say Juliana demanded to know where she stood, tired of measured responses. Grant asked for space. She stormed off. 2 hours later, they were holding hands under a waterfall. Their Mars signs, Grant in Capricorn, Juliana in Aries, mirror this in turn. He's strategic in conflict. She's fiery. But together, they challenge each other to grow. The astrology behind the final rose. During the finale, just before proposing, Grant whispered something only Juliana heard. She later told Caitlin Bristol's podcast. He said, "The stars didn't choose us. We did. But damn, they helped." It sent fans into a frenzy. Reddit threads exploded with deep dives into their charts. TikTok astrologers weighed in. One astrologer summed it up perfectly. They're not the obvious match, but they're the soul match. A Virgo man with a Sagittarius woman, it's like a forest fire meeting a mountain. Both stand strong, but together they transform. The critics and the cosmos. Not everyone believes in astrology. Lithia God, the devastated runner-up, gave a subtle dig during her After the Final Rose appearance. "If I knew birth charts determined the winner, I would have consulted the stars instead of trusting my heart." Ouch. But even critics can't deny. There's something cosmic about Grant and Juliana's connection. They weren't perfect. They had blow-ups, doubts, even cold feet, but they always circled back, like planets to a sun. Mercury retrogrades and real life. Astrology isn't just about the match. It's about timing. During the show's airing, Mercury was in retrograde. Hello, miscommunication. Juliana was accused online of being manipulative. Grant was branded emotionally constipated. But both held firm. Let people speculate. We've got star charts and shared Google calendars. We're solid, Juliana tweeted. They announced they were seeing an astrology relationship counselor, not because they were struggling, but because they wanted to understand each other better. That's the Virgo-Sagittarius magic. Constant learning, constant refining. The birth charts and the baby rumors. Now, months later, rumors swirl that Juliana might be pregnant. She's been seen rubbing her stomach. Grant's been spotted shopping near a baby boutique. Astrologers have already predicted what a Virgo-Sagittarius baby could be. An intense little firecracker with logic and wanderlust in equal measure. But Grant and Juliana remain coy. When asked if they'd name their baby based on astrological placements, Juliana laughed. Only if Mercury isn't retrograde on the birth certificate. The star-approved future. They've talked elopement. They've talked kids. They've talked splitting time between New York and Colorado. But most importantly, they've talked choice. Grant said in an Instagram Live, "Signs guide us, but we're not fated to succeed. We're choosing each other, daily." Juliana added, "If the universe wants to cheer us on, we'll take it. But if not, we'll still show up for each other." Their birth charts show potential challenges, different communication styles, emotional mismatches, freedom versus order, but also immense growth, undeniable chemistry, and soul-level transformation. Epilogue. Written in the stars, but chosen on Earth. In a recent podcast appearance, Astrologer co-stars head consultant broke it down best. Grant and Juliana aren't just surviving opposites, they're embracing them. That's a powerful cosmic lesson. We don't always fall for who fits. Sometimes we fall for who makes us better. As Bachelor Nation waits for wedding dates, baby bump confirmations, and maybe even a spin-off, hello, Bachelor astrologically aligned, one thing's for sure. Star. Their love story is as unpredictable, fiery, and grounded as their signs. The stars didn't write every detail, but they did draw the map. And Grant and Juliana, they're following it, hand in hand.